Oh, hi. Welcome to Livestreams. My name is Viktor Gemov, and you are here at Confluent YouTube channel, and it's Tuesday. It is noon. Yeah, it's 12 p.m. here in New York, New Jersey area. It's 9 a.m. in San Francisco. It should be 5 p.m. in London. It's supposed to be. Last time I checked. Um, and welcome to Livestreams. It's good to have you here. Livestreams is a weekly show where I am, coding around, unedited, raw, making some mistakes, and chatting with you, my people. So, speaking about chatting, let's see how many people we have here. Right now I see is only 10 people joined, but um, maybe more people will join. In order to not to miss this show, you can subscribe to this channel and enable notification. So once you enable this notification, you will get notification, but you need to do like notification for all posts. In this case, you will be able to see when, like every time when I stream. If you miss that, it's also not a big deal because you can always go and watch the recording. We always publish those recordings unless like we screwed up big time, which happens, but didn't happen. Doesn't happen very often. Once again, thank you so much for joining me today. Let's see who we have here. So I'm going into my comments mode. So in this case, all right. Hello from Taiwan, Rex. Rex from Taiwan. Thanks so much for joining from Taiwan. Приветики, приветики, пистолетики. So probably some of my friends from Eastern European countries who speak Russian a little bit. And welcome Naveen. Is I think all our regulars already here. Let me see actually how many people we have live. 11 people. The important prerequisite for live streams. You go and click like button. So, and also write down the comments where we're coming from. Speaking of which, where we're coming from. Speaking of which, where we're coming from. Like write down in the comments. But another thing is what you're drinking. This is our game that we're doing, and today I'm drinking my cup, like big cup of hot and strong coffee. Write down in the comments what are you drinking today. Today I opt out from like a pre-workout drinks, and I went with the classic coffee. So cheers, guys. Okay. So quick recap of the previous week, what happened and what we have done here in live streams and in general what happened here. So but we did a pretty good show last time. We started talking about some of the Reactor Kafka thing, and today we're going to be kind of like concluding this. Today I would like to finish talking about this reactive ksql client and start talking about microservices as I promised. The last time I was submitting a survey and the people saying, yeah, microservices with Kafka would be great to hear. So I will start working on this. But today I'm going to show you something really cool and really exciting. Before we're jumping in, let's take a look on some of the news and some of the updates. So one of the updates, the people asking about this, and I guess this is how Robin comes up with his content. He published this blog post about how to stream XML messages from IBM MXQ into MongoDB. So has a extensive explanation how we can do this. All these commands here. As always, a link to this article will be here. In my in my current setup here, it would be here on the screen if you want to type it out. And I will put this in the comments. So once you, or if you're watching this video afterwards, you can find this link in the comments below. So yeah, this is something I guess enterprise architects and enterprise data engineers are always asking about, the how to get this XML messages streamed to 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 our Kafka. So and like as a how it's called, extracurriculum activity. As an extracurriculum activity, you can try to stream this out not only to Kafka that you're running in containers here, but also you can run this stream this into Confluent Cloud. This is what we're going to be doing this. So quick reminder where you can get all the things. So the previous videos, like everything that we're doing, if you missed this, I'm not gonna spend much time on explaining what we're doing here, but we do have a full-blown playlist of the live stream. So if you missed some episodes, you can go there and watch there. And the last time we were talking about some of the ksqlDB and Kafka stuff. So everything that I will be talking today is really based on the things that I already talked about. So let's see what kind of comments we do have. Sudhakar, welcome to live streams, and regulars are coming here. That's awesome. How's it going, Sai? That's great that you join us again, and Robin has this site in autocomplete search. Yes, if you are interested in all type of the connect things, you need to put the Robin's website to your search, and you can find these things fairly quickly. So yeah, and he has a YouTube channel. Subscribe to his YouTube channel as well, and tell him that I sent you. All right. No questions for now. Let me quickly fix my my microphone. For some reason, just like fell. Let me fix this real quick. All right, so let's jump into to the thing that we're going to be doing today. We're going to start with thing that we did last time. So last time I showed you a quick start. So the quick start is a project that allows you to spin up any components of Confluent platform, and I use this quick start to spin up my cloud environment. So in this case, all this like security things, all this nonsense will be taken care of for me. So I'll go ahead and do. As always, I'm starting my cloud in GCP, in Confluent Cloud, and once it will be running in automated mode, I will continue to talking service names already used. Let's see if I will be able to restart this one. Yeah, that's something from my last run probably still there. While I'm doing this, we're gonna be switching to this website. How many of you know what's this website? Like, what's the like? If you are never seen this website, you definitely should. It is actually pretty cool. So I'm gonna be using this for Java. We're gonna be doing developer. Why Confluent developer? If you go to developer.confluent.io, you will get all learning resources. Today, we're going to be doing WebSockets, ksqlDB. And to do that, we're going to be, Gradle, Java, latest and greatest, IO, Confluent, developer, WebSockets, and ksqlDB. So let me do a quick overview what we're going to be doing. So last time, I showed you how you can connect your application, your Java application that uses Project Reactor to Confluent Cloud, where you have a ksqlDB running. Now, like what we can do possibly with this type of setup. So with this type of setup, what we're going to be doing today, we actually connect this application to our Confluent Cloud and the stream results of our ksqlDB query through WebSocket. So in this case, you can use this Java client and the instance of ksqlDB is your instance of small microservice. Microservice that you will be able to deploy and perform some of the computation bits. Why WebSockets? You know, it's streams, it's live streams, we're streaming things. So how I would stream this through the web, I will this is how I will do this. And the good thing about this WebSocket, it allows me to also show you how a Project Reactor bits connected inside like WebFlux, which is a reactive version of Spring MVC that was, you know, we know in low for a while, like for a very long time. Like I'm a huge fan of Spring MVC. Now, and today we're going to be using WebFlux. So ksqlDB. We're doing Java 11. So now dependencies. We go into WebFlux. And as always, we do Lombok. Let me do a quick second. I'll fix my microphone and I'll be back. And I'm back. So always use Lombok. This is our stuff. So here's the interesting thing. You might think that you need to do the WebSocket from here. But this is what I learned while I was preparing for this live stream. So if you select this one, it also brings dependency from Spring MVC. And when in your class path you have dependencies of Spring MVC and WebFlux, Spring Boot makes Spring MVC, you know, the precedent. So Spring MVC will be initialized, and this is why you will see like nothing in this case. So we're not gonna be doing this one. And as you can see here, I'm not using any, you know, the Kafka libraries, nothing. So we're gonna be using just like a free, just a stack from Spring MVC, all right? In this case, I'll go ahead and do generate. I will go, my cluster still loading. You will find all these examples in Livestreams repositories. Everything, as always, will go here. You will find the folder, I'm sorry, this one. You will find a folder like October, what date is it today? October 6th. And in this case, yeah, all the code will be there. Now, I'm going to DL unzip WebSockets ksqlDB, and I'll do WebSockets ksqlDB, and we start my favorite ID, IntelliJ IDEA. It will bring up all the things that I want to use. And we do have our application here. So SDK is not here. It will set this up for us. It's loading, and while it's loading, and my cluster still is brewing, it's time to talk about some questions here that we have in our comments. Okay, all right. So I guess we have a first-timers here. Tamir from Kuwait. Welcome. Welcome to Livestreams. Hopefully you will stay there for a while. We're doing this live show here, like coding and stuff. So welcome to you here. Yes, exactly. Developer.confluent.io. It's the second best place on the internet. So, and ask me why. All right, the question about cluster linking, Sai is asking, does it require cluster to be in cloud? No, it doesn't require all the cloud clusters to be in cloud. So the only requirement is that using Confluent platform. So cluster linking is a component of Confluent platform, and it's also available in Confluent Cloud. So if you're interested in this type of materials, write down in the comments or like I don't know, like let's hit that like buttons. I don't see many likes, folks. We need to work harder on this one. Likes are very important. This is how we measure success of the show, right? So if there's not enough likes, so the show was not successful. You didn't like it. This is why likes are very important. But like jokes aside, like yeah, write down in the comments if you're interested in this type of content. I can talk about cluster linking in one of the future shows, where I'm planning to expand on the the Kubernetes and the microservices type of jazz. Yeah, so hey Zia, welcome to Livestreams. So yes, this is how I want to show you how you can use ksqlDB with Spring Boot and the WebSocket, so you can do kind of like a push notification for your front end. So maybe you build in the grid on your front end, and you get to populate these results from Confluent Cloud or ksqlDB or whatever. So we're going to be seeing how you can do that. Not going to dig really deeper into front-end side of things, but hey, there will be some JavaScript, I promise. So stay tuned. All right. Okay. Now, the switching to our thing. So looks like Connect is coming up. IntelliJ IDEA ready to roll. So how we can do our stuff here. Now let's take a look. So first of all, we do have this application. Next thing is that, as always, we need to talk to documentation. So for Spring Framework, the Spring MVC and Spring WebFlux are parts of a Spring Framework core. So in this particular case, you go into documentation, and inside the Spring Framework you find this information about WebSockets. But something that there's kind of input on if you never used the WebSockets before. So essentially, if you never used the WebSockets before, it's the piece of technology that available for a while. And back in the day, I was doing a lot of talks about WebSockets and how you can use this from JavaScript, how you can use this from Java, and so far and so on. But so what it gives you, before HTTP2 was a thing, and before we have this like a bidirectional communication within HTTP2, you should, like, we need to come up with some sort of hacks to do like server-side push. Like server-side events, some people like it. I don't like it personally because I still believe it's a hack. It's basically, a long poll or kind of like open request, and after that you're populating this with data. Now the WebSocket though, it allows to use HTTP. To establish initial handshake, and after that we switch the client and server. They switch to what we call a bidirectional communication. It's actually going to be like TCP/IP connections that go in both ways. So you can do client push and server-side push. So it is quite powerful. The thing what I wanted to show you today is just like a server-side push, but there's some protocols, for example, Stomp protocol is a Sticks-based protocol that runs on top of WebSocket, and that allows you to do kind of like the communication and do like real messaging on top of WebSocket through the web. It's pretty cool. Supported by many browsers, supporting JavaScript. Highly recommend to look at this one if you didn't look to this one before. So WebSocket pushes messages to port 80. Correct, but not necessarily port 80, because you might have a port 4043. In this case, it's going to be like the HTTPS, and WebSocket also supports secured WebSocket, so it's going to be different port. But anyways, yes, you're right. Thanks so much for this one. Now, in our documentation, so what we need to use to what we need to do in order to implement this. So we will have this class that implement our handler. So let's grab it here. Let's call it WebSocket handler, fixing some imports. The WebSocket session. Nice. So we do have it here, and let's do for now return mono dot empty, something like that, like this. So the compiler will not argue about this. So the next thing that what they tell us to do in documentation is we need to register this handle to a particular path. So the client needs to do initial connection. So in this case, I'll grab this bean and I'll grab this one. So since a Spring Boot application is has a configuration. Where is it? Spring Boot configuration. Spring Boot configuration has a configuration notation. We can put this inside our Spring Boot application class. Again, in production, on a real world, you probably don't do that. It's kind of like a bad practice. So handler mapping. Map. You know what? I don't like that. So let me show you some of the one-liners that you can do. Map.off, and this is how we can do this. So WebSocket, and we're gonna be new my WebSocket handler, right? So this is our thing. So we don't need to do this. That's one. And this is what we have. So essentially, that should be enough, right? That should be more than enough to do this. So about this adapter. So essentially, there's a few phases that your application needs to go through when they connect into WebSocket. So when you connect it to this one, it needs to be initial handshake through HTTP request. So essentially, your HTTP client will send this upgrade request, which is another type of request that's available in HTTP, and your server side need to respond to you with this, yeah, upgrade is supported, so let's do it. And after that, we're switching to the binary, bidirectional protocol. And to handle this internal this communication, this adapter here handles kind of the low-level communication for protocol. So I think that is it. So this is what we have here. This is what this is our WebSocket application should do. Let's try to run it. Let me run this and see if we will be able to at least hit this. Okay, so how we can validate this? So a couple things. We're going to be using two approaches. I will show you two approaches how we can do this. We go into console. The first one is easy, right? You need to deal with JavaScript. You need to have a WebSocket client and so far and so on. Some JavaScript. Let me put this here. WebSocket client to Echo server. So first of all, let's take a look what what is required from the client side of things. There is a echo.websocket.org. So this is how we can validate WebSockets plural. Okay, so we're going into this one, and let's see if we will be able to connect to this one. Echo the websockets.org or .com. We will try. And where's my error? So we just do error, and we write down this error here. So the WebSocket handshake unexpected. So this is something. Let's see if we can do something else. WebSocket client CLI. There's a very cool tool called WebSocket Cat, VS Cat, whatever. WebSocket.org. Okay, I was wrong, even though it's very confusing. Not WebSockets, but WebSocket.org. Okay, now I can do things like vs.send, and I will do, I'll do hello. And this is response from the server. So the way how it works, servers receive this and send this back, and our handler here on message just write this down. This is what we have here. Another cool thing that how we can see what is going on here, it is a the network, and what you can do, WS WebSockets, And now you see what we sent, and this is what we get. So essentially, like our client is ready. Let's try to connect. Let's try to connect to our console. wes.close. Now we'll just close the WebSocket connection. And now let's try to connect to our application. Let's see if we can have a localhost 8080 slash WebSocket. If I'm using WebSocket or WebSockets, WebSocket. All right, the connection localhost, wrong. I apologize for that. Too fast to type. Too fast for to type. Okay, so in this case, it's just a created connection. Since our response was just empty mono, we immediately closed the connection. But if you go to network and see if we did any messages, I guess it was just initiation, right? Let's see. Connection refused. It's my mistake. This is what, and let's see all requests here. Nothing has happened, but like trust me, it works. It works. Now we need to make this work in. I am sorry, I'm just using the wrong screen. I was on the wrong side of screen. Next thing that we need to implement this handler thing, and this is where our logic will go into play. So I don't know, like we can do something, maybe generate some of the messages. So we can do flux dot generate. So in this case, I will just do, yeah, flux dot generate. Why it's not? What's not giving me any suggestions? My code completion broke. So the generate, we will do. So generate. So we're doing this. We need to put generator, and yeah, let's just one new consumer synchronous sync, and in this case we just we'll just do something like sync. I don't know, like yeah, let's do you know, the UUID dot random dot to string, just do like var, and that's what we do. We have this one, and it returns void. Now I need to put this somewhere, like a synchronous sync dot next, and we're writing this to here, like something like this, and returns string here, and it's going to be something like string. We actually don't need those. Except extend string. Okay, we just do something like. Can we do this? Yeah. Can we do this? And we after that we're just doing place with lambda, and that's what we get here. And we don't need this. Now we get a flux var. Yeah, just flux, and after that, like every flux dot interval say for, I don't know, like just like interval for duration, duration dot off of millis, stay 1000 milliseconds, like this one. So now we do zip with, we will push this data into from our Flux, from our previous one, and we call it Flux zip with Flux, and say kind of sort of by function gets the long, which is our time. It's going to be our time, and we call it a what's like UUID, not the time, like this one. Time UUID Flux. And we will get our stuff, and as a result, we'll get the UUID. So that's our stuff. Remove. Now, so how I can send this now into the WebSocket? So thing is, we need to do so WebSocket. Where's our WebSocket session? Dot the. So first of all, we need to accept the connection, right? So we need to get a receive. Once we receive, we want to see we receive something, and I want to have my session text message. So I need to transform whatever the application send me, and I want to log this into map new function WebSocket message, and as a result, it needs to get me something. So in this case, I'll do session dot text message, and from WebSocket message. So I will do WebSocket message, get the text payload, so return. So in this case, it will gives me a string here, and that's it. Replace with lambda. I don't need to have this guy like this, and let's do a return. Now we receive this. Now next one we want to do is send something back. So in this case we have a send our flux into this and map just do map just do what's this let's avoid something that we don't receive. So we do session, no, it's gonna be session text message. Can we do transform? Why it says cannot do flux? Oh yeah, because this is what we have, dot war interval zip, putting our zip thing. Why it says it cannot do this one? Let me see. the we get a WebSocket. So we need to get our message into this one. So in this case, we do session dot text message, and based on the payload, this is how we're sending this. This is what we return. We're sending back, so we don't need to do this one. Replace with lambda, or even replace with method reference. Next we do, and this is where session goes here. This is yeah, I'm totally messed up. Receive this one. That's we do receive, and inside the receive we do map. Yeah, this one, and so map message. WebSocket message and object. Come on. And dot log. Want to see this one? Implement method supply. Yep. And now, so this is what we're getting. So in this case, we get the message, and we need to get the text payload. WebSocket get payload as a text return. So this is what we do. Replace with lambda. Even I can do, I guess, replace with method reference, and I don't need to do things like this. Now this is where I close this, and I need to send what empty mono. In this case, says another one expected. So I'm closing here, like something like this. So now, so what it happens here? A little bit tricky. So this is something random UID would be generated. Based on this, every like second we will be sending this back. Also, I will be logging some information that client will provide us. So if I will do things like, where's my console? WebSocket, so I can do, was it connected? Yep, so I was connected, this was requested. Now, why I don't see, yep, this is some messages start getting from the server. So server is making some push here for us. Where is it? Network, and I will hit everything except the WebSocket, and this is our WebSocket. This is what the messages we start getting from the server, like every 10 seconds. So I do one extra. So if I will do, quickly restart, connection will be broken. I need to reestablish my connection again. So now when I do this, I open it, and my messages come from the server. Now we're in the business. So now, so what is happening, what's going to be, we have a WebSocket server, does push to the server. We have a WebSocket client. And now let's join this with ksqlDB server. So let me check if there's any questions and comments in this. 24 people watching, but I only see 1 like. Is it something wrong on my side? Let me know. Like why I don't see many likes here. You don't enjoying this, folks? Let me know. Okay, I see 18, like the eventual consistency. Now, the cool thing is that I also can use the WebSocket server. So I just do web and I also will get the messages from the server, right? Cool. Now, and I see all this like clients commented and things like that. So this is our working example of WebSocket server. And you know what? The funny thing is that we don't need this anymore. So we don't need this anymore because we're going to be using a real source. Remember from the previous times, if I go to my Confluent Cloud, I should be able to see my newly created environment. And in this environment, I do have a cluster. I do have a connector that populates some data. I have a ksql server up and running. There's a bunch of streams. And remember, this accomplished female readers, this is what we were getting, all these messages. We were getting those from the cluster. I just realized I didn't share. Let me show you once again. So I'm in the Confluent Cloud. This environment that was created from the previous episode. You can go there and watch the CP. I was talking about this CP what? It was CP Quick Start. Yes. So CP Quick Start, I was connected. So now my source there, delta. Next thing, now we need to bring my this Reactor cloud, Reactor whatever. So we need to copy this one. I put this on GitHub. Binaries in a Jetpack for now. We will use this just for demo. Let's bring in a real data source. Let's see. Repositories, Maven Central. Of course, we're using JSonder. We're using JSonder. Now, next thing, we need to bring a these guys. Okay, so we bring in our jars here, and in my application. So what I need to do essentially. Yeah, we'll talk about this. Now let's create another bean. Another bean. We'll call it bean. We'll call it public Reactor. Reactor the client. Still loading. Where's my library that's supposed to be landing here? So com. I don't see anything from GitHub. So let me update dependencies once again. Update downloading dependencies. And I don't see it. Where is it? Com GitHub. Where's the com GitHub? Dependencies. It should be here. Okay. Let's try once again. Reactor client. Why it is not downloading? So if I go here, terminal, I always can use like nuclear method. Just Gradle. Gradle W, refresh dependencies, and compile Java. Got it. Yes, thank you. I don't need your. And now, yes, okay. So the library just appeared here, so we should be good to go. We do public Reactor client. It appeared here, but it doesn't show me in IDE. Maybe I'm looking for the wrong guy. Let's see how it goes. Reactor client, yes. Reactor client. Come on. Dependencies successfully. Errors occurred. The model. Test containers. Kafka is missing. But this should be fine. that should be fine because I did not include this one. So let's see, public for com dependency version Kafka missing. It doesn't need to be there because I don't use this one. Let's see how I can refresh these dependencies. It's stuck somewhere, right? And what I can do to refresh it here. It's there. It's my in build.gradle. My ID don't see it for some reasons. Let me force it to do so. And now I don't understand. Build.gradle. Let me check. Okay, let's debug it. Let's debug it together. So we go into Jetpack, jetpack.io. How much time? Yeah, I think we should be fine. Okay, so I'm using this one. Slash, what is this we're talking about? We're talking about this guy. And where's the Jetpack? This guy. Let's look it up and let's see builds. One of the commits, master, and let's see if it builds. If it builds, let me see build. It should load. Why it doesn't load? Okay, look it up. Should be alright. Branches. Okay, it's still building, I guess, from the last run or whatnot. So let's see how it goes. That's cool thing is that that's was successfully compiled, and this thing should be available to consumption. So if I will, let's check the version what I have, jar E8.1. If I do have a snapshot, I can actually, so what I can do here, I can go into particular commit, and this is what I will get. So, importance of, get this one. Why it doesn't update my, but anyway, I'll just do copy, ksqlDB, and it looks like my UI is doing something funky. So importance of managing artifacts correctly, right? So am I right? Where's it? Build.gradle. Instead of this, we're going into particular commit. Now let's refresh it. Forget the correct version of and caching is always a problem in in distributed system, in any system. So we will be explicit now. So the reason why I'm using this Jetpack, because I don't want to set up the the Maven Central and fixing this fixing this along the way of Livestream. So the Jetpack works perfectly for this type of use cases. And I guess right now it also triggered the particular build, because that's what I see from UI. Look it up. We'll see commits, and I see a report. It successfully builds. Skipping test. That's all good. So yeah, that should be It should land here. Why it's not there? Maybe my live stream is actually taking all internet, and I cannot download all dependencies. So let's while it's downloading. Okay, it's downloading. So download it. Let's try again. Reactor client. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm too excited. KSQL Reactor client. So it's gonna be another bean. So we're gonna be doing this bean, and as the last time, ksqlDB CCloud connection. We can keep this, or we can use something like value, which is a Spring way to handle environment variables. So in this case, we will have a ksqlDB endpoint. This is our value number 1, string ksqlDB endpoint ksql, and the next one is gonna be who's gonna be doing this? ksql ksqlDB endpoint public. Will it work? It should work, right? Okay. The string. So in this case, it's gonna be string, something like this, and we also will. So in this case, it's gonna be all right. Public. What we have it here, we call it basic user info, and it's gonna be string. That's correct way to do it. In my previous application, sneaky throws. Why not? We'll fix that. Rename to ksql Reactor client. Now we do have it here, and there's a Reactor client from options and client options, and we do return. That's what we need to do, and now we need to bring this into our controller. So one of the ways how we can do this is when we're configuring this, we can create Reactor client, ksqlDB Reactor client, and we just do final. And if we do required argument constructor, so we will be able to do this. Now inside here we can do ksql client, something like this. This is how we should be able to connect. Now, how we can connect to actual cluster then? We do env. You probably have seen this last time I did this. We do have this endpoint, and we do have this the basic auth. So now when I do and go to edit configuration, inside the Spring Boot, environment variables, that's here. Okay, now our application should be able to connect. Now, so when we've done this, so we do have a already the code that will handle this. The only thing that we need to do is to bring this like flux that will write down these results. So actually, it would be pretty simple to do. Instead of this guy, we can do ksqlDB client dot. We can do from beginning, or we can do from the point of time. Yeah, we'll do from the point of time. And now in our cloud, so what we can do here, just ksqlDB. Here, streams, we're gonna be query stream, copy it here, and this is where we'll put this. So what is wrong? So what it says, list provided list of mono, list of rows. Okay, now once I get this, let's map it to whatever we're expecting. Function, and we'll get the rows, and as a result, we will get a WebSocket message. So we will take return session. So we need to send this back to text message, and I will do rows to string. Just like as is. So we will send this back. I'm not gonna parse this or anything. Just do this one. Now, too many. So we're executing this one. This is method. Let's figure out the one extra, and we should good to go. So now, what we expected to see. So what we expected to see. We're expecting to see the rows from the ksqlDB server. Similar way how we can get this from here. You know, that's like that's UI that gives you all this kind of like a cool things that coming from the. Come on, man. Come on. Why you can do this? Why are you doing this to me? Like, I was just there logged in, clicking around, and ksqlDB. Now I will do this one, and I just query stream, and I'll get the results. So let's see if I will be able to do the same for my application, right? Now, where's my application? Run. Okay, now the moment of truth. Where's my WebSocket client? Connecting to the server and see if we can get any results back to us. Waiting for some of the stuff is happening on the server side. Let's see. We just connected. Request unbound. Why I'm not seeing any results? Let's see. Let's see where I messed up. So we do have a send query for the messages, and we transform this into, we take a raw text message. Yep, that should be good. Let's see. Let me do this one. So let's, when in doubt, always do this, query from beginning. There should be plenty of it looks like maybe I don't I'm not connected, but I don't see if my application actually successfully connected. Yeah, probably search domain query failed. So maybe my DNS is messing with me. Let's do this one. If I will do, what's the this one, search domain failed. So essentially, I guess the error is on my side. If I'll just curl, we'll be able to find this. Looks like no, but let me validate if I'm using the right thing. Source delta configs. Delta configs, and it's gonna be what env delta. So let me validate if I'm using the same ksqlDB server. So it's going to end in ZY3. Let's see. We're going into the cloud in ksqlDB. And if I able to see my environment, ksqlDB application, ksql. I can do like a CCloud ksql app. SQL app list yeah, that's correct. That's correct URL. I should be able to connect. Let's try it again. Maybe it's just like my the DNS local DNS problem. Maybe it will just disappear and go away. Let's connect. And let's see if we will be able to connect to our ksqlDB cluster. Also, this is very risky to do, but I will try to fix that real quick if I use, say, different DNS. Hopefully my live stream will not fall down. Let me restart this and see once again. So basically my DNS won't be able to discover this guy. Okay, let's see. Restart. Okay. WebSocket, connect. Yeah, there's something with connectivity. Let me check once again if I'll do check configuration once again. So WebSocket, environment variables. Let's see if we're using correct yes, ZY3. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's see if let's do this one. Let's do old school way. Maybe I'm ksqlDB endpoint. Yes, basic. Yes. Let's try this one. Maybe my dependency injection is not working, so I will just go all the way, old-fashioned way. So ksqlDB, ksqlDB. Once again, ksqlDB. Cloud. Where's my yeah, this guy. So I'm talking to this one. This guy always works. So let me see. Maybe I am doing something funky with these guys. It also happens. It's just live stream. Run. Okay. Okay. Let's hit this WebSocket once again. And come on, where is it? Why it cannot connect? I'm pretty sure this guy should be up and running, and I do have a correct endpoint here. So once again, let's do this one. Let's copy it here. Maybe it copy paste there. I don't think it is. So we're doing this one. We're going all in, the hard-coded stuff, and this is what we're gonna see if I totally mess things up. Okay, these struggle is real, folks. Struggle is real. Okay. Let's cut WebSocket. Okay. Connecting. Messages. Come on. let's look up. Oops. Let's look up. We'll do, or we do something like dig. Can't find the server. So let's try different DNS. So go in here, DNS, something fresh 1111, and click apply. So last attempt. I'm trying to rerun this. Nope. It doesn't want to connect to my cluster. I don't know why. It is weird, but it should. I don't know. That's really frustrating, and I couldn't show you everything that I wanted, but yeah, there is what it is. Unfortunately, my ksqlDB server don't want to be resolved. So I will post the source code into GitHub if you go to this demo scenes repository in the live streams, and you probably can try to do it yourself and see if it works. I'm pretty sure, like, when I will stop this. So when I will stop this, when I will try to run this once again, everything will work. This is how it works. This is how it done. This is how it happens in life. You know, when you want to show people something, and it's just like, yeah. So doesn't work. The WebSocket doesn't work. Yeah, probably I will try this tomorrow. Join me on my my YouTube channel and see if we can do the live streams. So my name is Viktor Gamov. As always, I wish you have a nice day, and I will see you next week on the live streams, or maybe a week after. I don't know if I need to take a break. So bring your questions. Follow me on Twitter, and have a nice day.